Hiya, I'm Natalie from Immaculate Confections, and today we're going to make a lovely floral posy based on the character Cruella from the 101 Dalmatian movies. Although saying that, she has her own movie too now, which is very good. The spotty rose is great fun to make, and I hope you enjoy it as much as I did. You will find all of our tools and equipment on our website, immaculateconfections.co.uk, and don't forget to come join us in our Facebook group, Natalie's Cake Studio. Link is in the description, and give us that all-important like and subscribe. I hope you enjoy the video. Hello and welcome to our usual Sunday night slot with me, Natalie Porter from Immaculate Confections.
Yeah.
And Chris.
Oh, okay.
That felt really strange and unnatural once I had started. So I need some white flour paste and some black. And this I coloured up earlier, so I just used a black colouring. So on this occasion I'm going to do a 20mm polyball with the 9cm cutter. And I'm going to, they're on cocktail sticks because I couldn't find any on wires, so we can figure that out at the end. So first step, of course, is to take our little ball, make him into a cone and add a little hat onto our ball there. Like so, and you can see you don't want it too tall, you don't want it too short, it just wants to be a, you know, a nice natural size for it. Right, so here's ready to go. I'm going to do a medium rapid rose, so I want a single petal for the inside and then 2 cuts of this to do the outside. My plan is to roll my flour paste out till it is almost entirely rolled out and at the thickness that I want, which is probably about that. My theory is that if I take some diddy little spots of the black flour paste and I want them to be really weeny because they're going to stretch out a bit, and just sort of plop these on. A cleverer person than I would have actually tried this beforehand, but I was like, nah, it'll be fine, we'll just wing it on the night. So we'll see. So I'm hoping now that if I do that, that will squash it in. And now if I keep rolling, and doing it like this, do you see they're not entirely equal shapes, which is perfect because Dalmatian spots aren't
They're not perfect, are they?
No, they're not. And all I would say is just make sure that just keep turning it so that you don't want it, if you just roll it one way, all those spots will just end up stretching in the same direction. So just turn it, and then of course they will stretch in whichever direction it is at that point that you are rolling. So from this I'm hoping I can get one of my 5 cuts and then the single petal. So that is that one just there. This is kind of fun, look at that. And then over here I can get my single petal for the inside. So let's pop these on here to begin with, and so ball tool the edge of that so that he is ready to go. I will do this one as my second one. So ball tool round the edge. Now hang on one second. So I'm actually going to turn that over. Yeah, that is correct. So I'm just curling in those top edges, and just remember that you want to curl just the curve on top, so it's not the sides, it's just that top bit that we're making into a triangle. remember that our first one goes on sideways, so I will wet the bottom half. Is that alright? We can see where the water is. So we will pop him on there. We've got 1/2 centimetre or so of petal sticking up before the top of our bud. The top of the bud is just here, so we have the petal there. And we're going to bring the straight side in first. A little bit of water there so that we can just tuck that top edge in. And then we're going to bring the other side round and down so that we get that neat little curl, complete with Dalmatian spots. So that's our first bit. And then we'll do this one the next. Get that out of the way. So we're in the centre. And then we'll do the line.
Kathy was joking.
Oh good, I'm glad. A line up each edge. I'm going to pop him through the centre. And then we're going to start with a petal, any petal, and attach the one side of it. Spin it round 180 degrees. Attach the same side of an opposite petal so that we've got those two little wings. And then that will come on top there, and that will come on top there. And then extra water if you need it, which I often do because I sit here and I talk so much, everything dries out before I've had a chance to do it. And we can just use our thumbs to just very gently curl the edges back. And actually, this centre there, just going to give it, open it out and give it a little nudge so it's sitting where I want it to. And then we will do 1, 2, 3, so that we've got our 3 little wings sitting open. And that one comes on top there, this one comes on top there, and then this one goes on top there. We can remove that, press the outside down, and remember, don't squash the top. I cannot stress this enough. I will say it many more times, I'm sure. Just don't be squashing the top of the roselet. It's staying put, it's not going anywhere. The strength is where you've got the glue or water, and it's the polystyrene. So just don't squash the top. Because I shaped this before, it's dried a little bit, it's gone nice and leathery hard, so we can use it straight away. So same deal, water in the centre and a little line up each edge. And then we will pop that through. And this row, very similar. So I'm going to add one side, spin it round a little, same side of the next petal, and then this bit comes on top. We'll spin it round, add that next bit, this one goes on top. Ooh, bring it round, he goes inside, that one goes on top, round again, that goes just inside, this one goes on top, and then if we've done it right, the last bit, the very last bit we do attaches on top of the very first bit you did. We'll flip it over, press down the base, don't squash the top, and then we can just rearrange those petals. Doing that first one, so when it was on my rapid rose for the first one, the spots were facing down. For the second row, they were facing up. And in doing so, the spots end up on the outside of the first row in there and on the inside of the second row, I think. So we're going to make some leaves. I have some that I made earlier, right? Black ones and white ones, and what we'll do is put all the black ones on the one side and the white ones on the other, like her hair. Right, so I'm just doing this with the black. I will use, where have they all gone? So these are the Mupples, multi-use petals and leaf shapes. They're grand, I love them. They are so versatile because of the shape that they are. And then I've got a rose leaf cutter. I'll do a medium one just to show you here. So I cut my shape, pop it onto my petal pad, use the ball tool up the edges, and for these I have used this pointy end as the tip because I think, given Cruella and all the rest of it, it's good that it's spiky. Then I'm going to take my Dresden tool and just mark a central vein, and these I've put on 26 gauge wire. So you want to use a nice dark green for the black ones because that's the closest we have to black, or white for the white ones. So I've rolled just a tiny little sausage. I'm going to, I don't think I've actually got any glue in there, so I'm just going to wet the end of my wire. Insert the sausage and twist that paste down there. So this is a great time-saving method that you guys will have seen me do a bazillion times, where you are rolling that paste and that wire in your fingers to just twist a little bit on, nice thin shaft there that we can pop a tiny bit of glue or water onto, and then we'll pop the leaf on top. Nice flat soft bit on the side of my finger to press it down, and then I will just
what gauge wire was that?
pinch the base at 26 gauge, and then that you can give it a little shape if you wish and just pop him aside to dry. So I've done, I think it was 2 in this size, 2 in this size, and 3 in this size. So that's size 1, 2 and 3 with the muffles. So 2, 2 and 3 in white, and then again in black, which is what I have there. The white as my base again, like that. Should work. And then if I cut a nice straight line on that there, because it's quite big, I might pop a little water just to help it to stick. I'm going to put that on there and then hope. Oh, that's worked really nicely. So just all I would say then is just make sure that as you roll, try and keep as straight as possible so that you keep a straight line in between the two colours there. Hurrah! So there you go, Lee, your answer is yes. So corn flour, just so that I can cut, because I don't want to have to do this again because it's a faff. We're going to make some little spiky branches, so I want a couple of the small ones, and I've just gone sideways to check that I've lined that up more or less half and half. Well, let's have a look. Yeah, that'll do. That's cool. So what will I want? I'll put these on. It doesn't really matter. I've got some white sitting here, so they can go on there. They kind of look like harlequin leaves, aren't they?
Yeah, they do.
So just a little thinning with the old ball tool.
When is the book back in stock?
So I just rolled some little balls, red flour paste, red, coloured red with the red. Today I'm working with, I would say, about garden pea sized, and we'll do it with the candle method. So you need a candle, a little tea light. I'm just going to light it there. And I have popped these onto 28 gauge green wire. So we will heat the wire in the candle, pop it in there, and if we get that nice little puff of smoke, it means that what's happened is that the wire heats up, it melts the sugar as it goes into the berry, and it sets it almost instantaneously, which is just lovely. And it is way quicker than doing it with the glue and having to wait overnight, and then they will fall off. So So you just want to hold the wire till it's nice and hot, pop it in, and you should get that nice puff of smoke. The final thing I've done is made some twisty wisty tape bits. So we're going to make some twisty wisty bits. Piece of tape that I am just going to twist up. So there's no wire or anything in there, I'm just twisting the tape on itself, like so. So I twisted it up, and then we're going to take a skewer, end of a pencil, paintbrush, whatever, fold this in half, and I tend to fold it so that they're not of equal height, my two halves there, and then just wrap it around there, pull that out, and we will get two, there we are, nicely spiraled little twisty wisty bits. I've got some wires here, I think it's just 26 gauge. So I've just attached my tape to the wire, I'll hold my twisties alongside and just wrap the tape around just so that I've got the twisty bits on here. Right. So those are my twisty wisties. Now the berries, all I did with these ones was add glaze. Again, there's no dust, but there's 2 or 3 coats of glaze on there, so hopefully you can see that they're nice and shiny. So we want to do little branches, right? So we'll have one of them at the top. This is easy to work out which is the left and which is the right, because of course we have the colour to guide us on this occasion. So they all want to go together in that order. So I'll attach the black tape to this top leaf. And just remember, when you're doing branches, you always want to bring the tape down a fair old bit, so that you create a branch rather than like a palm sprig. And I'm going to put these, because we're doing the black and white thing, exactly opposite each other, same height and everything, like so. Although, saying that, now that I've done that, it feels a bit high. Oh, that way. Pull you down, and then bend them back out slightly. That's it. So I'll carry on the tape down, white on the right, about there, and then black on the left. Now I'm sure, having successfully half and half the leaf, there will be future lives with future themes where we can
half.
take advantage of that, yeah. And then I'll just bring the tape all the way to the bottom there. But while I'm here, what I'll do is just grab a couple of bits of...
That is black tape.
It is black tape. We sell it on the website. It's one of my favourite things, and we use a lot of it at Halloween. In fact, I think this is a 20 gauge, but that will do. I'm just going to hold alongside and splint in here to give this a slightly longer stem. So the berries, I think I want to do in sort of little branchy type bits as well. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'll take a couple and just get that tape on there. Bring it down a little and attach 1 or 2 more. Okay, so that's 3 things of berries and an achy hand from taping them together. I've just attached my tape to the cocktail stick. I'm going to take my 20 gauge wire, Place it next to the cocktail stick, right up the top under the rose there. And then I'm going to bring my tape down. What I'm going to do, now that I've splinted that wire on, is bend it. It's broken the stick, but the wire and the tape is going to look after it. So that is absolutely fine. Oh, and it seems that I've somehow poked a hole in that petal there. Which way should we do it? This way. So we can do one about there-ish. Wrap that tape around so that he stays put and position him in the right place. Okay. And then I might do another one about there. Yep, that's going to work for me. So again, let's wrap the tape round so that it's firmly attached. So there's the Dalmatian rose and the black leaves, and then look, suddenly when you add those berries, it just brings them to life. All of it. So let's again get the tape round. We can add some twisty wisty bits. Do you know what? I think what we've actually done here is made a corsage, or what are little hats called? Little hats that ladies wear to weddings. Fascinator that Miss DeVille would like. Want to bring the tape all the way down so that they are properly secured and nothing's going to move around there. And that
that's pretty cool.
Can sit up the back there. Yes, nice and tall and spiky and striking and whatnot. See, and in my head, I guess really showing my age, but Cruella is Glenn Close. There was never more perfect casting than Glenn Close in the live action one. That must have, was that?
Late 90s.
I was going to say, I would guess late 90s, yeah. We should have some white twisty wisty on this side. Like so, I think. Do you come and hold this for me? Because if I can manage to tie a nice bow, I was thinking a little red bow under there could work quite well. Now, I'm not sure if I can remember.
That's our bow.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chris. Now, I know how to tie a bow, but there's a way to tie it so that you get the right side out on both bits. I'm just going to cheat, I think. Snip. Oh no, this way. Sharp scissors help. Thanks, Bob. Because that, I don't know, I just thought that a bow might be cute on this one. How do we feel about the bow? I wasn't sure if the bow would, I mean, with or without the bow.
With the bow.
Because actually the bow is it's the Aristocats that have the bows, isn't it? Rather than the
It still works.
Dalmatians. On that note, my lovely flowery friends, we will say good evening for tonight. But yeah, if you need anything, give us a shout. I will say good night. Say good night, Christopher.
Good night.
And we'll see you all very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I hope you enjoyed that video. You'll find links to our website and our group on Facebook in the description below. Don't forget, give us a like and subscribe to the channel, and why not check out one of these other videos we've got.